danser, ouais, vini chanter, ouais, vini danser, ouais, maman, Gede Nibo. I love that song. Like, little did I know that Gede Nibo was actually Oloa. I'm the Mademoiselle and Sasa Deuxième Chanel. Welcome to the final episode of 12 Days of Halloween 2025. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I put a lot of work into this and I'm very happy that I wasn't like rushing. Like I kind of like planned everything out and I posted every single video. So can I get a round of applause? Can I get some claps down below? Like I am genuinely so happy I was able to deliver 12 Days of Halloween to you guys this year. Last year, I didn't get to do so. I know a lot of you guys wanted me to talk more about Loa. I kind of stopped doing it for various reasons, to be honest. But I decided we were going to end it off with some Loa videos. And for this video, we're going to be doing Gede Nibo. Now, what's interesting with Gede Nibo is I will say it's probably the newest Loa that I've been told about. I feel like every Loa that I've talked about on this channel, I've been made aware of like a long time ago. But with Gede Nibo, I ain't gonna hold you. For some reason, I always thought Gede Nibo was just a saying or something. Like, I don't know. Because, like, I hear people say Gede Nibo all the time. Like, I hear people say it in passing. I've heard hosts say it as like a callback. So I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, Gede Nibo. I hear it in music chat. One day I was listening to that Gede Nibo song. Like, I'm sure y'all know what song I'm talking about. I'm gonna put a snip right here. Hopefully copyright don't get it. You guys are probably sitting there thinking, like, why are Asians singing Haitian spiritual music? Honestly, you can find so many different choirs all over the world singing this song. That's why I know it. It like, it's crazy. It's actually a very, very popular song. And if you have like a really good choir or if you're looking for a really good performance piece, this is it. And they ate. So I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing because they did a good job. I've been listening to this song for years. And I never really listened to the words until the other day, not even like a couple months, maybe like a year or so ago. I actually sat down and I listened to the words and then I looked up the origin of the song and I'm like, oh my God. So first things first, Gede Nibo is actually a Loa. But in this case, technically, he is a Gad. Now, if you guys did not watch my video about Gads, you guys should probably watch it before or after this video. I don't think it really matters for the order, but a Gad is essentially someone that has been here before. They might have been sick really, really young. Could be a multitude of different reasons. And they had such a strong purpose, strong passion, and such a strong spirit that they end up being elevated to basically Loa status. But technically, they're not 100% a Loa because they were a person. Most of the Loa are strictly just spirits, right? They are akin to God. They are spirits that were made by God in order to help us on this earth. A Gad is kind of different. I would say a Gad is way similar to a saint than a Loa is. I feel like a lot of times when we describe what a Loa is, we be like, oh, it's like Catholics and how Catholics have saints. Technically, a Gad is more similar to a saint than a Loa because they were actual people. All the saints were actual people for the most part. Maybe there's like 2 or 3 that weren't. I'm just going to say that to cover my ass. But for the most part, saints are people, right? They end up being canonized as saints. When it comes to Gede Nibo specifically, like when I'm telling y'all, I was mind blown to find out like that was a spirit. So Gede Nibo is thought to be a spirit of a really, really young man that passed away before his time. he is believed to have been murdered. Most of the time, if he comes or if you see him, he is personified as a really young, chill, calm gentleman. Most of the time, you'll see him associated with death as he was taken from this earth untimely. Unfortunately, he's believed to have passed away violently and very tragically. There are so many different stories. I've heard stories of people say he was murdered by family. Some people say he was murdered by a lover. Like, y'all, so many different stories. Nonetheless, just understand his life was taken away way too soon, which makes him the perfect Loi or Gad to be the protector of the youth, especially those who die young or before their time. He guides lost souls and comforts grieving families. There have been stories that I've heard of Gede Nibo literally, physically, some way, somehow, mounting someone or popping up like in person to comfort families of those who have children who have passed on way too soon. I've heard stories of him giving families money. I've heard stories of him showing up to the grieving family's doorstep with food and different other blessings. It's very interesting. I'll say Gede Nibo is a very, very interesting spirit in the fact that he's actually very giving. I feel like all the Loi are giving. If you have a Gad that you actually serve properly, they're also very giving, but I'll say Gede Nibo is probably one of the more empathetic ones, and he also never really leaves you. Now, interestingly enough, Gede Nibo is actually another spirit that's found in my mom's side. Very interesting. Again, very chill, like very cool, calm, collected. I've only really come across, or like, I guess I would say, encountered Gede Nibo once. But other than that, I don't really see him like that. But honestly, I wouldn't really have a reason to. More so, he usually shows up when someone goes before their time, most notably young people, children. He's very refined, very elegant. Sometimes some people say flamboyant. But interestingly enough, sometimes people say he shows up as androgynous. Androgynous? I hope I'm saying that right. I'm bugging today. I got a migraine, but let's just be happy that I pushed out 6 videos today, okay? Gotta get it done. But yeah, sometimes he pops up as androgynous. It's funny because Obatala is another Loi or Orisha that I spoke about, where he sometimes pops up as the same. Sometimes people say Obatala is a woman. Sometimes with Gede Nibo, it could be either one. But I don't know. The Obatala one is interesting. It'd be interesting to come across Obatala, but I'm a little too for Obatala to come to me. I'm a little too extra for his liking, more than likely. But when it comes to Gede Nibo, he kind of just shows up when needed. He's not one of those spirits that just kind of like roams around and is to be invoked for any and everything. Because he can also kind of like make you sad. Like, let's be real, right? This is a spirit that had their life taken away from them unwillingly and way too soon. So oftentimes when you feel Gede Nibo, right? Or someone mounts, or someone is mounted by Gede Nibo, it's a tragic feeling. Like, not mean, he's not loud, he's not vulgar, but he could come off very somber, very like sad, very like mood killing. I hate to say it like that, but hey, given his circumstances, we're not going to judge him for coming off a little moody, you know? That's just messed up. He is one of the more dignified of the Gede. Some of the Gede could be a little extra, a little much, a little too much for many. One of the Gede that is known for being very, very reserved, very relaxed, and very well respected. Apparently, from what I heard, he's said to be very, very handsome, very smooth. I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like I encountered him that one time, but again, I ain't gonna divulge any of that publicly. But I just genuinely don't remember. The point is, if he ever comes to you, like, you'll be able to know. He symbolizes beauty cut short, youth, but most importantly, he is the protector of those in the LGBTQIA community. A lot of you guys often ask me like, oh, what do the Loi think about being gay, etc.? And it's like, they don't care. If anything, they probably encourage it and they love it. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, especially Loi like the Gede. It's very weird that a lot of people would probably think that they'd be condemned for being so in like voodoo culture or in the spiritual community, but to be honest, there are legitimate spirits out there that protect those in the LGBTQIA like quite fiercely, and Gede Nibo is one of them. When Gede Nibo mounts, you will see lots of graceful dancing, elegant mannerisms, very noble like behavior. Very witty, cracking jokes here and there, but very suave. Offerings include rum with peppers, specifically with peppers, purple and black candles, colorful flowers, makeup, perfumes. Honestly, kind of similar to what you would give one of the Ursules
But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I can't even give you the color scheme, because depending on what part of Haiti you're from, the color scheme can be different. And the whole Gede Nibo situation can be one person, there can be multiple. So yeah, okay. Typically, I've seen purple and black. I've seen purple and white. I've heard black and white. But yeah, very, very dependent on you. This is why I always tell y'all, don't be just calling on spirits, because you might do the wrong thing and it ain't going to end well. I will say Gede Nibo is one of those chiller spirits, but he still don't fuck around. Like, if you're just calling him to call him, if you're just doing things and you know you shouldn't be doing things, if you're calling on him to cause harm to someone and you know you're at fault, like, yeah, Gede Nibo is not the spirit that you should be calling on for that. Although he is very graceful and comforting, he don't play that shit, especially when it comes to invoking him to harm another person, especially if that person might have lineage that's tied to him, or that person may be part of the LGBTQIA, or most importantly, you did fuck shit in some way, somehow. Now you want him to go deliver justice on your behalf. That's not how it goes. With that being said, comment down below. Do you know anybody who deals with Gede Nibo? Do you deal with Gede Nibo? Is Gede Nibo in your family? I'd love to hear your stories down below. Again, thank you guys so much for 12 days of Halloween. I don't know if by the time I post this, you guys will get me to that 100 members. But if we are at 100 members, we will get those extra 2 bonus uploads on the membership, not publicly. Again, on the membership as well as the Patreon. So make sure you join the membership here or the one on Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for always being there for me. But most importantly, thank you guys if you have bought merch or joined the membership or the Patreon. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. I told y'all I'm going to be taking quite a bit of time off, like maybe like a week or two. And yeah, I'm going to see y'all next time. Bye.